Hello, everyone, and welcome to Holistic Healing with Deepshikha. The topic that I'm going to talk about today will require me to tell you a little story before I get to the main topic as such. Having a mentor or a coach is a relatively new idea to me. In fact, till some time back, I had no idea about what it meant and why would anyone need a mentor or a coach. I had absolutely zero interest in even reading books on self help or self development. I just did not see the point. And anyway, my life was too full, too busy between my work and enjoying myself that I am embarrassed to accept that I even neglected my pets at times. Of course, not intentionally, but I was all over the place. At the same time, if anyone asked me what was it that I had achieved or gained? I had no answer. But then, that was also because I had been running away from myself for the longest time. To take stock would have meant that I would have had to slow down, and that would have led to having to face my emotions. और वो तो पिटारे के अंदर ही ठीक थे, meaning that it was easier to listen to my brain than to my heart, because heart is loving, heart is accepting, heart is sensitive, whereas the brain says, stay safe, stay away from emotions, protect yourself. Oh, a shiny object, let's concentrate on that. I'm a huge fan of Sai Baba and would recommend that Mere Sai is one television series that everyone should watch. So, in one of the episodes, Sai Baba tells someone that life will give you 100 opportunities to improve or take stock of your actions. But the 101st time, it will make you do it. But when that happens, it will not be a pleasant experience. This one sentence made me think of how I came around to wanting to put a pause to my so-called busy life and finally do something that would nourish me, not just physically but mentally too. Please note, I was so deep into the concept of a busy life means a successful life that spiritual health was not even a thought that would have crossed my mind. During this time, I started consulting a psychological therapist, and mind you, she was very good. But I am someone who finds talking and expressing myself difficult, or at least at that point of time, I did. So, though I followed up with her for a year, but then I stopped. And I think I went further down my rabbit hole because now the help that was available to me was also not there. After that, for a good year plus, I believed that I was alright. I had dealt with my demons and I was living a life how it was meant to be lived. The consequence of this was that I started getting irritable. I had no energy, as in even lesser than I did earlier. I had no interest in my work, and I was overly eager to distract myself with parties and going out. I also started having physical ailments, starting from small aches and pains to repeatedly having sore throat and other such things. But did I pay attention to it? Of course not. Following this, there was a major shift in my life. I finished my tenure in the army and shifted to Mumbai. This is where suddenly my entire world came crashing down. I was in a new place with my two pets, and anyone who knows me knows that they mean the world to me. But there's something that we all at one point or the other in our lives refuse to see or acknowledge, and that is that the life will happen the way it's meant to be. And we are not here to go through our days but to experience them, to enjoy them, to learn our lessons, and most importantly, to grow and love. And that there is a higher power at play here. We may call it universe, God, angels, or our own higher self. So when I had moved to Mumbai and settled in a little, That's exactly when my life turned upside down. My dogs suddenly developed behavioral issues, and no matter what I did, they just did not get along with each other. For 2 months, I tried everything from trainers to behavioral experts to vet to healing, but nothing worked. And that's when someone told me, why don't you look within? Our pets are higher spiritual beings. We think we have adopted them or got them home, but usually it's them who have found us and will always bring our attention to what needs to be worked upon within ourselves. Of course, this story doesn't end with my pets getting along, but with me finding my mentor. I had not expected this episode to be such a long one, but when I sat down to make notes for it, I realized that this was one topic that would require me to talk about it at length. So, I have divided this topic into 2 episodes, with the first episode ending here. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you think this is something that can help any of your friends, family, or colleagues, please do share. Thank you for listening. Have a great day ahead.